Ooh. Really? Really? Wait, nobody even plays this guy. I know. That intro was dope. That intro was dope. What's happening, YouTube? It's your homie S. Dot coming back to you with another video. Your Origins champion. Found an Allspark. Hi, Mom. In today's video, we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about why I hate Insecticons, which is not what you may think. And I'm going to talk about the recent changes to my channel. So I guess I'll start off with welcome to DefTF. I am switching it from my mainstay, my Akuma alias, which by the way will be my alias for like still most other things that I do on other platforms. But Akuma has just always been my thing that I've always wanted. Like I told you, he's my favorite character of all time, of any game, whatever. And it's just always been my alias whenever I'm online. Like I started off on Pojo.com. That was my first social media. Well, I guess MySpace, but my first social, with all my video games and or card games and stuff like that. That was my first platform I ever joined back in like 2007 or 2008. And ever since then, any other thing I've been on always just been Akuma this, Akuma that, Akuma this, Akuma that. So no disrespect to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I used to represent that for Yu-Gi-Oh! And no disrespect to Transformers, but honestly, solely the main reason why I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I just haven't really talked to anybody except for my girlfriend and my boy Maurice. But I've been getting more into the spirit of Transformers lately, just in general. Like the more and more I play this game, I'm on that end of the spectrum where I don't know what a lot of the bots are because I've played a lot of Beast Wars. I grew up with Beast Wars. I collected a lot of Beast Wars. I still have a whole bunch in a trash bag somewhere, actually in my in our second room. And Fusors, Tigerhawk, man, the list goes on. Anyway, so yeah, I've been getting more in the spirit lately. Every time I see these new bots and stuff, it makes me want to go and look up, man, who is that? I've never seen this bot before, this and that. Or Astro Train. I never even realized Astro Train was so cool like that and everybody liked him like that. What's the hype about? The hype train. Get it? No? Okay, I'll stop. So yeah, like, I get excited about seeing all these new bots because a lot of these I've never heard of, and so I think it's very exciting for me on the other end of, I see a lot of people talk about, oh yeah, I love this guy back from G1 or this season or that season. All the people know who these bots are, and I'm just sitting there like, who? So it's really cool for me to learn as I go and learn about the lore of some of these characters and things like that. I catch myself on YouTube looking at different, background story of Shockwave, background story of Optimus and this and that, how he was Orion Pax before he finally got the Matrix of Leadership and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm getting bits and pieces of it together. I'm getting more into Transformers Prime. Although I'm stuck on season 2, I have so many other shows to watch as well and complete. I kind of like start and stop them. And then, I have my kid now and stuff. And then, doing family time and all that good stuff. So I guess some of my time is probably misplaced where I could probably watch TV, but hey, I used to be a big TV head and now I rarely watch TV. It's crazy. Some days I don't even turn on, a lot of days I don't even turn on the TV. So it's a big transition from how I used to be. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm at work one day and I call my boy Maurice and I'm just sitting there thinking to myself before I called him, I'm like, DefTF, like most definitely TF, I don't know, for whatever reason the name DefTF just stuck with me. I don't know why. DefTF, by the way, stands for Definitely Transformers, because this channel is definitely Transformers. So I call my boy Maurice and I'm like, what you think about DefTF? And he's like, for what? And I'm like, for YouTube, for like, changing my YouTube. And it was like, I like it. At first we were actually gonna go with Sector 7, and he actually got some pretty cool mats here. Where's the mat at? Shout out to my boy Maurice. We got just our own little brotherly thing we got going on here. So let's see how if I can. Yeah, that was the initial. That's what it was gonna be. It was gonna be Sector 7, and this is just like wrong way. This was just a rough draft of what the final mats were gonna be. But our colors are red, black, and white, so that's what we normally. Boo, Atlanta, Georgia Falcons. We garbage right now, but it's okay. But yeah. he was like, I like it. It rhymes. I rap. You do the beatboxing. I do the beatboxing. He normally does the rapping and stuff like that, and it just rhymes with our, kind of just it's like cultural to Transformers to what things we like. Hip hop stuff like that. It's like real quick. It just rhymes. Def TF, we're definitely Transformers, and just keep it that simple. And we went with it and rolled with it, and I've been in fruition. As you can see, I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks, and there will be some periods of time where I will take some breaks or whatever. But definitely with the season picking back up, with championship season, I guess we'll say, with PAX coming up. Definitely be looking forward to some videos from me playing sealed and try to actually get my girlfriend back into playing by her helping me, and just we both having fun and doing some sealed. Go buy a whole bunch of wave 3 boxes, or packs, and some of my wave 4 product I'm gonna get, I will just use specifically for sealed, so I can get in gear. And because we only have a month, which I say only a month, 4 weeks would probably be enough time if you test enough to if you have the time anyway, to get prepared for the Energon Invitational. So with that, I'm gonna stop blabbering about that. That's pretty much all there is to say about the update with the channel and why I changed it. And that intro, again, I'm so happy about the intro. Shout out to the guys over at Fiverr.com. If you want to get with the guys specifically, if you have a YouTube channel, you're coming up and you're looking to spend a couple bucks on a potential intro, they have ranges from packages from $20 all the way up to $500 or whatever, depending on what you want on your intro. And yeah, you can make some pretty cool stuff. So as you can see, like I said, I'm very happy with my intro, and thinking about getting the outro pretty soon, but I'm gonna do my own thing with that for now. But yeah, so that's the only update with that. And okay, so I want to get into the probably leave a timestamp, because you guys know how I like to talk. Leave a timestamp at the bottom for this part right here. Why I hate Insecticons. Bruh. No. Okay. I don't like Insecticons, but for the reasons you wouldn't guess. And it's very simple, actually. And honestly, you can probably, it's weird. Maybe I say because I'm Team Autobot and I love Autobots. It's just like a team up thing. It's not really a more I guess specific reason. I don't know. Like the Blaster deck. The Blaster deck's almost just about as helmet as Insecticons are, but I think I like Blaster more. Like Blaster's probably like right here for me, because it beats Insecticons because of Ramhorn. How Ramhorn is a built-in bolster and has that force field effect, and it makes your opponent have to waste another attack into it, even after it loses, or the 4 damage from the force field. It's still not in range for direct damage, so like you still have to legit waste another attack into it. Otherwise, Ramhorn's coming after you again. Well, he probably is anyway. But yeah, my issue with those type of decks is honestly my competitive sense. My competitive sense and the honor in those type of decks come out in me. There was a time in the past card game that I played that skill was a big deal. Like the mirror match, it was like the best deck. Like there was only one really good deck. If you weren't playing it, you just weren't winning. And then after a couple of different ban lists that kept watering the deck down, that kept semi-limiting cards and limiting cards, the deck was still great. But then all of a sudden we got this one set called Light of Destruction, and from Yu-Gi-Oh! If you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh!, you know what I'm talking about. And Light of Destruction, this deck called Light Sworns came out. And when Light Sworns came out, I'm just gonna keep it short, the cards were so ridiculously overpowered that a child could beat you. A 10-year-old could just summon this Judgment Dragon and pay 1,000 life points and destroy the entire board except for himself, and he had 3,000 attack. Now, if you never played the game before, you're like, okay, why are you telling me this? Well, that's ridiculous. I'm letting you know, that's insane. So Insecticons aren't exactly like that, but it's just reminiscent of what I remember from back in the day. So my problem with the Insecticons is you give a person an Insecticon deck, even if they're remotely good from another card game, remotely good at another card game, yeah, okay, they're going to do well with Insecticons because of the sheer power of the deck, because the deck has another character than most other aggro decks, the 3-wide aggro decks. Check out Scott. Shout out to Scott and Vin for that sphere chart that they have with the the 3-wide versus 4-wide and etc. 4-wide is going to beat 3-wide most of the time. And simply because they have an extra attacker. And kickback, you just put a helmet on, you play grenade launcher, and you just go in. You play reckless charge on barrage, and you just go in. Oh, your guy's damaged? Cool. Oh, he's not damaged? Zap. Now my guy has bold 2 all of a sudden. Grenade launcher, go in. Yep, you got me. It's not even like that though. That's not even the actual gist of it. Don't worry, it's getting good. My problem with the deck is You give them an Insecticon deck, they do well with it. Now give them a 3-wide Prime deck, they won't do the same. They won't do as well. They won't do well with a deck. And yes, we're talking about a blue deck now, but even give them another like 3-wide, like a card deck. Cards aren't like the hardest to play, but it's definitely more complex than bugs. It takes a minute to figure out what you want to do, especially with your Lieutenant Bumblebee and things like that. The game is not super skill intensive right now, because honestly, a lot of this is just like the dice roll in Monopoly. It's left up to your flips. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you need to do, but if you need to hit a certain threshold and you don't hit it, you're tight. So it's just the way that the deck is just so linear, and lo and behold, of course, it's been told to me that WOTC meant for bugs to be for beginners and for beginners to come in and have a fighting chance. And I guess that makes sense. Instead of a beginner coming in always getting their ass kicked by the more veteran players and this and that, at least they have a more fighting chance. But even then, I've seen plenty of bug players mess up their flip sequences, because flip sequences is one of the biggest things. If you can mess that up, you actually, like I said, I've told you guys that I've played a bug player that had all 4 of his bugs in alt mode on his turn 4. Not just turn 4, not 1, 2, 3, 4, on his turn 4. So we've played 8 turns total so far, and on his turn 4, he had to play so awkwardly because he didn't know what to do against my Shockwave deck that all his bots were in alt mode. That goes to show you just picking up the deck and you're just looking to, oh yeah, get an easy victory and get an easy win, this and that, and you just think you're gonna top 8. But something that people need to realize, and something my butt should have realized at Gen Con, is that I should have played a blue deck for the first preliminary, because I should have expected the first, my philosophy with it is the first and the fourth preliminary, people were going to play bugs. Why? The first preliminary, it's the first one, and people are like, oh man, I got to get my invite. Oh, the easiest way to do it, let me pick up this bug deck and strap on my helmet and charge forward, right? Yeah, you and 70% of the other, okay, 70% is probably a lot, but maybe 60% of the field also thought the same thing. And then what happened? You all played mirror matches, mirrors upon mirrors upon mirrors. And then what happened? Only one bugs got into top 8. I don't know. It's just, like I said, my biggest issue is you can't give them, that player, a new player even, another deck, and then they wouldn't even do well. They'd have to actually put some practice into it. But like I said, back to my first point, all these players, they think the same thing. And then even in the fourth preliminary, I definitely knew I needed to play a blue deck, because the fourth preliminary, 100%, half the field at least, we're going to think the same thing. Well, this is my last chance to make, the top 8 to get into the top 32 for the invite, for the open at on Sunday, or Saturday rather. And so I think I just need to pick up Insecticons, do what I got to do. I hate stooping this low, blah blah blah. You hear all this stuff, and it's like, how'd that work out for you? You know what I mean? So I think it's just more of a skill thing, and I need to kind of like let loose a little bit and be a little lighter on that sense. People always clown me when like I'm facing against Insecticon players, and it's like, oh, you're playing against a deck you hate. And it's like, yeah, I hate it, but I just hate it because, like, could you pick up another deck and do the same? Like, are you a well-rounded player in that sense? Like I said, this is just the competitive spirit in me talking about this. That's all I really care about when it comes to Insecticons. Now, I've gotten over it. I've had my fair share of beating Insecticons. I've had my fair share of losing the Insecticons. I've played Sentinels a couple times, and it's like accepted the L pretty much, just running into Insecticons. Like, oh, I played against this deck, I'm gonna try, but hopefully my prowl can kill kickback on the first turn, and if not, well, I'm probably gonna accept the L for this matchup. And I don't want to play a deck like that. I don't want to have to ever play a deck like that where you just accept the almost auto loss. And almost any 3-wide deck, just about, except for cars, it almost just has about an auto loss against any 4-wide deck, especially one like bugs that hit so hard and that synergize as well as they do. There are other 4-wide decks like Kevin Allen's deck from Gen Con that it doesn't necessarily, it has like that low to medium damage. All the Insecticons like hit for that high, ridiculous damage. Like, you have Kickback and Barrage, who are your 4. Who would you rather have in the end of the day? Kickback and Barrage, or Cliff Jumper and I don't know who's left at the end of the game. Cliff Jumper and RC. Now, not knocking Kevin's deck. Kevin's deck is great. Kevin's deck, does his synergy is different. He plays Starcher Engines. He plays Turbo Boosters. So his power comes in untapping. So he has more than 4 attacks sometimes. If he finds even one untap effect, he has 5 plus attacks. And then that heated battle play is insane, etc. So that's all it really is. Like I said, could you give that same new player that you taught how to play to, and not knocking anybody's tops or anything, but it's like, and I say tops like this game has been out for a while, listen at me, but I don't know. So I'm just rambling at this point, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm saying, props to you. If not, it's all good, but that's my issue with the deck and any other deck that's just going to be helmet like that. Like I said, if it's for the new players, cool. Maybe they should make a rule where only new players that just join the game should play Insecticons. No, I'm joking. But on that note, I'm excited for all the spoilers that have been coming out. I think Bugs may have gotten one card that I just seen that helps them this set. It's like and that's not like, it literally is Callous Leadership, where you just move damage from one character to another without KOing it. And it's orange, and it's an action. So I'm like, oh great. So card, to move damage over to Ransack, and then now he's at 7, and he's Brolic with a grenade launcher. Nice. But it's all good, in the end, it's all good. Like I said, I'm excited for the new blue Insecticon, Kickback, the new Kickback. He's, I don't know if I'm gonna play it in a blue deck. I might just play it in Insecticons in general and just add blues, kind of like how everybody's been playing those mixed decks with adding the range package to their deck that still plays aggressive cards, like all the double oranges and grenade launchers and all that. I'm really excited for the mercenaries. I don't know what it is about the mercenary. Maybe it's the black border. I love that black border. That is dope. When they showed those mercenaries and I saw Octane, Octone. Very excited for him. Direct damage everywhere. That's insane. I feel like, a lot of people are probably going to start the obvious, and I'm just going to start to see what happens. Probably going to start Octone, Nightbird, Flame War, and see what happens. Seems like a lot of flip stuff. I feel like I want to flip Octone first, but dealing that 1 damage doesn't really, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know, but I'm just really excited for all those cards. I'm excited that we're getting more cards that, do things on your opponent's turn. And like Hijack's probably like my favorite secret action in the set. Well, no, I lied. Hidden Fortification is my favorite card. Like Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend loves that card. He loves the new card that transfers damage, transfer energy or whatever it's called. That new one I was just talking about that works for the Insecticons. He likes that card. So Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend, be looking for him to potentially come back into the scene. Very excited for that. And that Vanguard card, the Private Vanguard, is one of my favorite, probably my favorite Battle Master of the set so far. And a close second is Raider Sights. I like Raider Sights a lot, how it gives focus to a character and the +1/+1 on attack and defense, which you don't normally see often. So I'm thinking about putting him with General Optimus and somebody else. But just in general, just think about, in general, get it? But just in general, think about, Sights with Optimus as focus 3. So you literally can manipulate the hell out of your flips because Optimus has bold 1. So with focus 1 from himself and then focus 2 from the Sights, it's focus 3. And I know everybody's thought of this. That's probably generic as hell, but I know that's definitely one of the things I want to play, and I don't know who my third will be. What is that? 6 stars and 11, 17, right? 11, 6, yeah, 17. So we got 8 stars left. So I don't know. Might have to see what's happening with that. But I'm very excited for all the different teams we can make. I like all these different 5-wide, potential 5-wide teams that are coming out through the patrol cards, like the off-road patrol, which I think is the most powerful. Like with 4-wheel, well, yeah, the most powerful because cards like 4-wheel drive and head-on collision, those cards help that deck a lot. And Tote going from 2 attack to 7 attack is ridiculous. Damn, So looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the car ones. So bland. What's the sports car patrol, because untapping and I love my cars. Looking forward to being able to play the range package and a whole bunch of green cards in the sky patrol or whatever. So I plan on doing a whole bunch of different battles between me and my boy Maurice, maybe even my girlfriend if I can get her doing that as well. Get some videos with those Triptychon versus Metroplex, all that good stuff. I'm so excited for I think I said this in the beginning of the video, but like I said, I'm very excited for Wave 4 more than I've been for any set so far since I've been playing this game. Well, since the game started. So with that, I'm going to stop talking and get up out of here. And yeah, I hope you guys can respect the reason why I dislike Insecticons. And like I said, it's not for the reason that you may have thought. Like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, it is annoying to see Kickback flipping 5 double oranges or just flipping all these cards. And I think a lot of it is just psychological for people, to be honest with you. Yes, obviously bold 3 is strong on Wheeljack. Yes, flipping 6 battle cards minimum for Kickback is strong. But I think people psychologically just love flipping cards. In this game, I think it's just a shot of dopamine for people to just flip and see how many oranges I can get. Yeah, whatever. Good for you guys. Nah, shout out to all the Insecticon players. Shout out to the mainstay Insecticon players. I still respect y'all. I just don't like that deck. But if You can play another deck. Hey, good for you. It's all good. It's all love though. Either way, I'm looking forward to the competition. If you guys are going to PAX Unplugged in December 6th through 8th, or December 7th through 9th. 7th, no, 8th is a Saturday. So yeah, 7th through 9th. You know, come say what's up. You know, definitely dap you up. We can take a picture, get a good pose, you know what I'm saying? And go from there. And, you know, maybe potentially get some games and get some practice games. I know with Wave 4, I'm going to have a whole bunch of decks made and, you know, do my thing. So with that, shout out to WOTC with all these spoilers, keep them coming. I'm so excited. Like I said, I'm so excited to see all these new things I've never seen before and just relate them to what I do know. And then, you know, kind of piggybacking off what Maurice knows, because he gets a lot more excited than I do. He's like, what? I can't believe Astro Train's in the game now. Finally, just they're bringing all this stuff to life. Now, the set that I'm going to flip pancakes over flapjacks is Beast Wars. Whenever we, hopefully, if when we ever get a Beast Wars set, I am all in. And looking at the video, it's about 20 minutes long. Like I said, you guys know how I like to talk. If this helps you get through 20 minutes of your day, you had nothing to do, I'm glad I could do it for you. So with that, welcome to Def TF, and this is only the beginning. PAX Unplugged coming up soon. Like I said, let's go in order here. We have Wave 4 coming out November 8th. We are officially actually 1 month away now. Should it be about 31 days exactly. That Friday the set's coming out, so be looking out for a potential case opening video from me, some sealed play, you know, Wads as well. Shout out to Mech, that's his new channel name. He switched from Sun 41, Sun equals 41 to Mech. So shout out to Mech and Wads, and you know, get some gameplay in with him. And you have Maurice come over, like I said, try to get my girlfriend in, and even my son too, if he's ready. He's doing a lot of yakking and talking now, so maybe he's ready to play. We'll see. Hey, but guys, you have a great day and or a great night whenever you're catching this video. You guys know what it is. This is S. Akuma. Psych. This is Def TF. Heading out. Peace.